Caution wave. Travis Eddy in the 78, the son of Mike Eddy, running in the third position. We've got trouble. It's Tank Tucker, last night's runner-up. Everyone else able to continue on except the spinning 96 of Wheeler. Caution flag is out for 15 of Tucker. There was some beating and banging. You saw it happen right around the finish line.
It looked like that all started with the Stickler number 99 car. I don't know if he had a little bit of help or not, but that machine got sideways and it set off a bit of a chain reaction, which culminated in the 15 of Tank Tucker hard into that outside retaining.
Just about everything he's driven this weekend. A very good first two nights for the number 9 car.
And you see up in 3 and 4 as the caution waves as it's a yellow flag for a pileup, a parking lot. And there is Cole Anderson in the 97 in the middle of the pileup.
Look at Vinnie Miller in the 16 right behind Anderson. He has got significant damage.
21 of Derek Kelly, the white car, the 68 of Russ Shaw, the 56 of Josh Collins. Along the inside wall is Cody Evans in the 4G, and a big fire coming out of the Anderson machine as he really tries to fire the car up, and fluid coming out from underneath may have got the fuel pump on the 97. They went through turn 4. Moore is going to get Parker. I think he'll get him this time as Parker really takes it deep down into turn 1. They make a little bit of contact coming off of 2. Into the wall goes Parker. Into the wall goes Moore. Heavy damage to the suspension on the right front of both as they bump tires, and that was all she wrote. A racing deal. Didn't mean it to happen. We see it, a lot of rubbing in divisions as they race for that middle groove. They got together. Fortunate break for the 78 of Eddy, was able to squeeze by. Tim Moore might have a visitor here in a moment, and it is Wayne Parker as Parker comes up to Tim Moore as they are not pleased with one another. Both have badly torn up race cars. And again, nothing from what we saw there dirty, but Wayne Parker, the veteran, livid with Tim Moore.
Parker knows he's got a late night in the shop tonight to get that one car put back together again to be in action for the rest of the week.
Still chirping at one another as Tim Moore in the 57. Wayne Parker was in the 1. As Parker actually took a look to the outside of Moore's machine and then kind of walked away. Wanted to see how bad the 57 was tore up as well.
And we're going to get another look at this. See just two cars racing for the same bit of real estate.
Moore comes up a little bit in the middle of the turn, but at that point, Parker was giving him a lot more room. Then when they come off the turn, it looks like Parker starts to V, kind of like diamond off the corner a little bit, comes down the track. They make just the slice of contact, which caused the Moore car to bobble.
I was just watching Travis Eddy. He did a great job in reading that situation and not getting caught in it, because look how Travis Eddy is right there. I mean, he's right on top of these guys. Moore makes contact. Moore and Parker sort of get hooked together there, up into the wall, and Eddy gets by them. I mean, a veteran move by the young man out of Michigan.
19 to go, and we're back underway.
Good restart for Ankrum. Could he win the drag race? He does. And Tyler Ankrum.
And Majeski trying to come with him, but Wallace, look at the run he got coming off at 2. Kind of parked the car, set it in the middle of 1 and 2, and he was able to get on the throttle heavy, and they make contact. Trouble right in front of the field. Terrible spot for this to happen. Collects Harrison Burton, collects the rest of the field. Garbo Lobster machine all tore up, and it is a big-time crash coming off of turn number 4 as Majeski and Wallace rub some paint in 3 and 4, and all kinds of heck breaking loose. Natalie Decker involved, the 40 spinning to maybe get stopped before it's badly damaged. Tanner Gray. Derek Krause in the 9 is turned around up there in turn number 4. I believe AC Decker rear into the 04 car broken as there's one of them. There's the 58 after he already starts to go around. Nowhere for Harrison Burton on the binders. Piling in, we see Brad May in the 9. He continued on. Armstrong did a 360 down at the bottom. And there is that 8 car of the Garbo getting some air.
Todd Gilliland does a fantastic job. Watch the 98. He gets clipped by Ankrum. Watch Gilliland. Gets clipped. And he keeps it off the inside retaining wall. He keeps it off the other cars. I mean, that could have gone a lot worse for that number 98 car.
Underway.
Good start for Derek Thorne in the number 9 entry. Wins that drag race heading down into turn number 1. Thorne just about took Anderson with him, and Anderson's in the wall in the 97. Oh, we got big trouble down the back straightaway. Stone on its roof. Big caution in turn number 3. My goodness. And that just goes to show you, folks, how quickly
things can go crazy here. You're going so fast down the back straightaway.
The replay, there's some contact from the 12 of Brilliant, and let's see, I
believe it was Grant Griesbach.
It was. Griesbach got into the back of Stone and turned him. Just everybody checking up, nowhere to go. Again, Sargent closed the door on Anderson. He got contact from Brilliant, and then all heck broke loose behind him.
I mean, when you're going down the back straightaway, you're on it so quickly coming off of 2 that when something happens in front of you, by the time your spotter keys that mic, you're already in it. I mean, you have to make a split-second decision. And you see he's in the wall, and everyone behind him, all you see is sparks. And Stone rolls out of the throttle. He sees what's happening. He tries to get slowed up. Griesbach not able to respond as quickly. They get together, and just a chain reaction deal.
Second here.
And we have yellow out. Caution flag is out as Erica Thering has had a hard hit, and she removes the wheel and throws it onto the dash as Erica Thering has destroyed the right side of that race car. The 96, heavy damage as the wheel still rolling down the front stretch.
The good news is that Erica, model that they bring down to the World Series year after year. There you see she's out of the car.
Still really unhappy as Erica Thering finished 8th in the Pro Late Model points 2 years ago at the World Series. It was the 36 as she's
showing that she's a fan of Kevin Thomas.
She gives him the number 2 signal, actually, not the number 1.
You're number 1 twice. She spent some time with Canada's national tour, formerly known as the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series, currently the NASCAR Pinty Series.
Not happy as Erica Thering, and you can understand she took a hard hit, and it's going to take a while to cool off as Thering is livid. From the rest of the field as they battle it out from second on back.
I'd call that pretty close to a perfect restart. He nailed that one, and whoa, we got some contact. Allen gets sideways, Beckner sideways. Allen and Beckner make contact, and Earl Beckner just kisses the wall down the back straightaway.
He did a stellar job for a good while to try to avoid getting into the wall, and just does. I don't think he hurt the car that bad. Maybe got the right front suspension. Super late model. He's been coming around. He makes the invert top 8 qualifier tonight. Another driver that's running much better tonight, Harrison Burton. He moves into second.
Look at 3 wide, just in behind that Jet Concrete car, and they run out of room in a hurry. That's Zane Smith up into the inside retaining wall. He continues on, though, the 77 car, trying to persevere. They're getting sideways behind him, and they're going to wreck. We got trouble coming off of turn number 2. That's Dalton Armstrong in the 4, Derek Kraus in the 9.
Yeah, Dalton Armstrong in the 4 getting some contact there. He gets sideways. It all kind of started up in front of him even. And Dalton Armstrong, the winner of the Pro Late Model Championship during Speed Weeks a year ago, had some consistent finishes. As we take a look at the replay, as you see the 4 get turned sideways and around he goes. Boy, Natalie Decker did a nice job to whoa it down and avoid Armstrong. And Kraus turned it around trying to avoid it, and just barely made some contact with the rear end.
We take a look at what happened there one more time. Here we go, a slow-mo replay of exactly what happened, and you can see right there a little contact on Armstrong's car.
Martin Lachalippe in the 84 car with a little bit of contact. Brad May also went around. I don't believe he sustained any major damage.
And Austin Pickens making his debut in the Gary Fountain 33.
This time by 8 laps to go. Zacharias sideways off the corner. He will spin, and it looks like the yellow flag will indeed come out for the second time in this race.
Great job by our cameraman to get that. Spinning number 71, Jimmy Zacharias, going around. Tough break for him, but he was losing a couple of spots there. He lost one to Hosfeld, lost one to Ripkema just a few moments ago. And now we did a little bit of the landscaping work here for the Hart family at New Smyrna Speedway, too.